Okay.
The leather soles go shuffling in, stinking of smoke and 10-cent gin. Now who will toast our noble host who has this morning given up the ghost? The wooden coffer, hand to hand, kind words are offered, silent prayers, but she is satisfied the most while stabbing madly at the roast. The river Adam, the eyes of Eve, the sons of Cain receive no reprieve. The river Adam, the eyes of Eve, the sons of Cain receive no reprieve.
So, to pick up where we left off in a brief little recap.
Welcome back to Blood, Sweat, and Tears.
As the party awakens, they realize they are currently in the cabin that they had made back in Quebec all those years ago. Bard then heads outside, seeing that Thomas and the others weren't with them. When he steps outside, he sees McKeith looking through some papers. When the man sees Bard, he asks him some questions, and Bard then notices him write him down in his book. He writes, "Do not trust them." Cutting to Nathaniel, he looks over to the door, and as he hears it open, he notices Bard just standing there, almost in a trance. Nathaniel then asks the others about what they should do, but Limewell informs him that Bard had left, and he wasn't even there. When Limewell begins to open and close the door to prove Bard isn't there, Nathaniel begins to feel a burning sensation in his pockets, and when he looks, it's the ruby that Ohm gave him. Suddenly, when he blinks, he appears outside in the snow. When he investigates the ruby, Morco begins to talk to him. He tells him that what remains of him is trapped inside of the ruby, and as they talk, Nathaniel realizes that they had more in common than he had originally thought. After some time, Nathaniel returns to the cabin and decides to sit by the window to collect his thoughts. Limewell decides to head outside for some fresh air, and as he sits under a tree, a familiar voice begins to talk to him. When Limewell turns to see that it's Jack, they talk to each other, and Limewell expresses how things aren't the same and that things are looking somewhat grim. Jack tells him that a lot of things that he's worrying about are just in his head, and that he has more of a reason to fight than him. They continue to talk, and by the end of it, Limewell feels more motivated than he has before to continue fighting. Bard then blinks, and he's outside now, and in the snow. And he sees McKeith again and asks him what he wants. Bard tells him what he wishes to go home, and they talk about his home and what makes it different from this world. Keith convinces Bard that he needs to fight for this world with everything he's got, and Bard decides to return to the cabin. Nashun decides to get some rest, and in his sleep, he hears the voice of a woman. They begin to talk to each other, and she tells him how she would like to eventually be free and to travel the world like him. They decide to talk some more, and Nashun promises her that he'll try to go to the farm she's stuck in and set her free. The party awakens back on the road and arrive at Independence Hall. They enter the building, and after some talking, Ethaniel decides to give his speech about freedom to the people, and they raise a cheer, and the American flag is raised above the crowd, flying high, signaling what is to come. Find out more in this coming session of Blood, Sweat, and Tears.
Oh, hey there. This is Guitar Bard from Blood, Sweat, and Tears. Unfortunately, I have no images for you, but I appreciate you showing up anyways. Well, I better get going. See you around.